Okay, we'll begin the next question with Joel. There's a lot of talk about how to make county government more efficient. One proposed model is to implement a council-manager form of government. What are your thoughts on implementing a council-manager form of government for Utah County?
I think we have 3 full-time county commissioners right now. It is a primitive form of government. It is the default form of government. Over 100 years ago, that's what they made. 6 counties in the last 30 years have decided to change that. The state of Utah has created a process whereby the voters, not the county commissioners, if I was elected, I don't get to decide this. The voters would get to decide if it's worthwhile to change the form of county government. What would happen is the 2 county commissioners would trust the voters. It would go to a vote of the people, say yes, consider a change, or no, don't consider a change. People say yes, consider a change. They can change to 3 forms of government. They can go to 5 or 7 full-time county commissioners. Governor Herbert told me 1 month ago that he publicly supports 5 full-time county commissioners in Utah County because the population has grown so much and the number of employees has grown so much that it's difficult for the 3 county commissioners to keep on top of either of those things. The second form of government is a mayor-county council form of government. Salt Lake County and Cache County have both changed to that form of government. They are both not talking about changing it back. They have some problems. Salt Lake County is owned by Democrats, as you know, and Democrats spend money. So yes, they have a county council form of government. They spend a lot more money. But you have to take into consideration that Salt Lake County does also the parks and recreation. They also have a lot more unincorporated areas, and they do the library system in Salt Lake County. So that explains a lot of that issues. Cache County, they're very happy. They feel like the smaller cities get represented much better. Regional issues get solved, like the stink plant out in Pleasant Grove. The third one is a full-time manager and then part-time county council. And smaller counties, Grand, Morgan, Summit, and Wasatch have taken that approach. I think we need an open discussion. How well are our 3 full-time county commissioners doing it? Are they responding to your needs? When I was on the city council, I would send emails to the county commissioners. They were frequently not responded to, even when I was a city council member. Either there are too many or they don't use email very much. If you go to the county website, it's very difficult to find the county's phone numbers, email addresses for the county commissioners. And if you go to a county commission meeting, you will not make your public comments at the beginning. The general public comments are reserved for the end, after the county commissioners have made their decision. I think they're out of touch. Finally, I believe in the Constitution. I believe our founding fathers got it right. People would say, oh, it's more efficient to have 3 full-time county commissioners. Well, it'd be more efficient to have 1 full-time county commissioner and make him king. That would be the most efficient. That might even be the cheapest. I like the checks and balances. I like a full-time executive. I like a part-time county council. You attract a different flavor and a different quality of people when you make the job full-time. They will be less likely to be career politicians. They're more likely to be motivated to make a difference. So yes, if I'm elected, I don't have all the power. I would need 1 other vote from another county commissioner, and then we'd turn it over to the voters. If the voters wanted to change, they would. If they didn't, they would not. Thanks.
This issue comes up about every, 5 years or so. I thought I saw Steve White walk in. Oh, there he is. The guy that ran against him last time was his big issue as well. And Joe mentioned this to me at I think a Central Committee meeting, some convention we were at about a year ago, and I thought, we ought to look at that. Let's take a look at it. So I looked at it. In your packet, the last page of your packet shows what Salt Lake County did. And he's right, there are 6 counties who've done this, and every one of them, it's costing more. I want you to look Salt Lake County down at 2000. That's the last time they had a commission form of government. The budget for their commission form of government was $832,000. The next year, it went to $2.8 million with their part-time council. I want you to skip over to 2009. $7.7 million. That's just the budget for their council. Plus, they raise taxes. Plus, they charge for policemen coming out now. You don't just have policemen come out, you got to pay for that. We can't afford it. We can't afford it. We work pretty well, and it's working very well. And if we want to regionalize things, then I'm all for looking at that. We've looked at it. It hasn't panned out, and once again, we just can't afford it. Now, I don't know. It's hard to tell who's right up here, who's telling the truth. So what I invite you to do is call some people. Call Mike Jensen. I've talked to him. He's a good friend of mine. He is the chair He's a Republican, a chair of the the Salt Lake County Council. He endorses me, by the way. I said that doesn't do him any good. You can't even vote for me. But he does. But he called him and see what he thinks about the council form of government up there. How unruly it is, how unwieldy it is, how they are locked up all the time. And it's cost them from $900,000 to almost $8 million, and there's no end in sight. So I looked at that. I appreciated the input, just like I looked at the roads that he talked to me about and found the same thing. We can't afford it. We simply can't afford it. And that's where we are.